It's Lisa again. So I am in the atrium of the Carnival Inspiration. I just wanted to show it to you because even though she is an older ship, she is still beautiful. And again, this is a very economical cruise for what you are receiving. So I just kind of wanted to give you an overview. I know when I read reviews, a lot of people will say things about, oh, it's an older ship and complain but again, how much did you pay to go on that ship, right? And your food's included. And there's some really nice meals. I will be posting menus and also video of food that we do order in the dining room. As far as beverages go, what is included is coffee, lemonade, iced tea, and then in the mornings you do have orange juice. And again, this could change because Carnival has been making a lot of changes, I've noticed, in the last year. I know it's probably to help with food cost or reduce cost overall. As long as they can keep a balance to where the customers don't feel like, oh wow, now they're taking this away from me and now this away, right? And again, you could pay maybe a little bit more, go on, Princess that leaves out of Long Beach, have much better service, a little bit more elegant, nicer ships, things like that. But Carnival Inspiration and Imagination that do leave out of Long Beach, they are great ships if you just want to get away for a few days and relax. I highly recommend that. You can come casual, you don't have to bring a lot of dress clothes. They do have one formal night in the dining room, so if you want to get dressed up, definitely do that. In the evening, they do have photographers all over the ship, so I recommend it doesn't cost anything, take pictures. You never know, you might find one picture that is really amazing and that will capture the moment, and your experience on the ship. So highly recommend that. Other than that, here is the atrium. So when you first come on the ship, this is so impressive because this is where you do come in. It's the lower level. And then moving upward, you can see how beautiful this is. And there is our American flag. I'm very proud of it. Regardless who is the president, it's still our flag and our country. And I do love it. So I'm very happy to see it displayed here on the ship. Other than that, the bar down below. In the evenings, they do have live music, and it's pretty good. The bartenders are really nice. The cruise director will come out in the atrium lobby and get everybody going, dancing, and so it is what you make of it. One thing I do like Carnival has that you can download on your phone is their app, Carnival Hub. So when you are on the ship, and it doesn't cost anything to use this, you can check your account at any time. You can also see what events or what is going on at the ship, so you can plan your schedule accordingly. What's great about a cruise ship, and this is what I love the most, is you can do everything they have to offer or absolutely nothing and still have a good time. Most of the time, I will just confess, we just relax, and out of 8 cruises, I've caught 2 shows. And the shows were really good, but a lot of times when the time doesn't work out with what we're doing at the moment. One thing with the larger ships, they may be great and everything. However, do take in consideration the amount of walking you will do on a ship. This is a smaller ship, just over 2,000 passengers. And it is quite a bit of walking, stairs. And so if you're on a ship that's twice as long, you might want to take that into consideration, especially if you have any disabilities or, maybe just don't want to deal with so much walking to get to your food, to a show, things like that. Another thing with the larger ships, the shows do fill up. My friends, they go on different cruise lines, different ships, larger ones, so I always ask them how it is. And the number one complaint is the shows not having enough seats. So if you don't get there early, you can't see the show, and it can be frustrating because on a cruise ship, even though you may be on let's say a 5 or a 7 day or whatever the case may be, the days do roll by pretty fast, and before you know it, it's over and you didn't really get to do much. So depending on what activities you're looking to do, it's all about the research. I know it's a pain in the butt, but YouTube is great because, again, people will post videos of their vacations. It will give you an idea of what to expect on the ship, when you do board, what to wear, especially if you're going, let's say, during a wintertime on a cruise and you're not sure how the ships are during that time, as far as rough seas. And packing for these cruises, especially the 4-day, I see people with 2-3 suitcases per person, and I'm thinking, I don't know what they're packing in there, but my husband and I, we do one suitcase each. It holds all of our items, and they're actually a carry-on suitcase, so they're not very big. So do consider all those things. We only dress up one night for formal night, so we just carry that in its own garment bag type thing. Other than that, though, definitely if you have taken a cruise, you're considering taking a cruise, research the ships, know what they offer, their programs, and if you can't find the answer on YouTube, call them directly, ask them what's included. You can ask them anything, but yeah, because you don't want to pay for a cruise and then get on a ship and be disappointed or wish you would have known something ahead of time before you get there. I think that's when people post negative reviews a lot of times is because they didn't do the research on the ship or see what actually goes on or what they'll have to do when they get there. Anytime you go, like we're going to Catalina this morning, and we cannot actually dock at Catalina Island, so we are out in the water and we take a tender boat. So if you have a sensitive stomach, tender boats will rock because obviously they're a very small ship, and during January this time there's going to be some motion. Another thing I want to talk about is when they do, sometimes a cruise line will have to cancel a stop because of weather or whatever the case may be. I get frustrated when people post negative reviews about that because their safety is what comes first. If we go to Catalina and the waters are too rough, tenders cannot safely board people on their ships. So they won't take that risk, and you'll just be a day at sea. And for me as a passenger, I am fine with that. I have safety above anything, right? So, these ships are basically floating resorts, and there's always something to do. This particular cruise, 3, 3, or 4 day out of Long Beach on Carnival, again, they are party ships. So don't have a lot of expectations as far as thinking that it's going to be a very attentive experience. It's not. It's basically you're on your own kind of thing. They are there to help you and give you basic service. I'll put it on that. And again, this is only for inspiration and imagination. Because like I said in my previous video, when I did go on the Sensation, it was such an amazing experience in every aspect, from housekeeping to customer service to the dining room to the cruise director, which we had an absolute blast with. And so that's very different. I have never left out of any other ports yet, but my best friend just left out of Galveston, and she had a great experience on her 7-day Caribbean. So, again, it's research is very important. Next video, I'm going to try to be down in the food area. I'm waiting for them to set their stations because it's still early. It's just before 6 a.m. at this point. But I hope you are all having a great day and a great 2018. And if you're considering taking a cruise, hit me up. I'll definitely give you whatever information I have or get you connected to someone who can answer those questions. Until later, ciao.